Good evening, join me, Ailey G, and here we are for yet another race from the NGR Championship, Group 3 Championship, bringing together the different groups of NGR, MRC, SIMFX and P1, and it's the Group 3 cars, and this is round 11, and we're going around Catalunya this time round. Fair old grid, it looks like this time round as well. 9 people I think we'll have starting. They're a bit better than we had last week. So this is the championship associated with Tor, which is Team Oliver Racing, a truck racing outfit that looked like they managed to get away with a little bit of testing just before all this coronavirus shut down on their Facebook page. But yeah, and then there's Excite Energy Drink and Evening Jet and there's just put my phone down, and then there's David Applebet Engineering, best commentator ever, flawless introduction there. So this is going to be a 13-lap race after the 15-minute qualifying session. Once we get away roughly around the 8:30 mark, hopefully. Jump in and do a bit of spectating whilst they're still practicing away. Done a few laps myself, I jumped on quite early really, so been going around with these boys. Jambu, fastest time at the moment between everyone. So a good bit of practice from Jambu, unsurprisingly our championship leader and winner of a lot of races. I've lost count actually how many races he's won through this championship. Hopefully, yeah, we'll get underway in a minute or two with qualifying. Pretty much keep quiet until then. Should be quite an interesting race tonight. Hopefully there'll be some good close racing going on, and it'll make it interesting because the tyre wear around here can be quite bad. There's quite a lot of tight corners where the tyres start wearing quite quickly, so you don't get many laps out of your set of soft tyres, put it that way. We're just about to get on the way. Yeah, I'm looking forward to this one. Personally, it's a one of my favourite tracks on the game. I really don't mind a good lap or 10 of Catalunya, or 20 or 30. I don't know why, I really like it. Right, here we go. Qualifying has... Countdown has begun, should I say? I'm going to say started, but it hasn't. But it will do in a minute. Oh, a bit of lag for someone. Oh, there's someone reversing all over the pitch. It's gone wrong for them. Internet connection's not great. They'll have to just wait and try and come out, because otherwise they'll cheers cheers Jake, they'll have to wait Jambu, otherwise if he does quit to try and get out of it, he'll end up leaving qualifying and then he can't get back in. It's one of those sessions, so he'll have to just bear with it and wait and see if he manages to get out in the end. He's going backwards at the moment. Oh, I feel sorry for him. Out of everyone though, I think Jambu's capable of making it back up in the race, so not saying anyone else isn't capable, but he's won a lot of races, put it that way. He's really quite quick as Jambu, so if it does end up stuck in the pits for the whole qualifying session, then I can't help but watch it. Shouldn't be laughing, but it's kind of funny. It's not funny for him though, obviously. He's probably getting really frustrated whilst everyone gets on with qualifying. He's stuck in the pits, can't get out because of some stupid glitch. Anyway, away we go. Who's actually first on track here is Pilgrim Paddock. Coming through the last chicane on his out lap to start his first flying lap. Good lad is Paddock. Going a little bit, avoiding those curbs through the first chicane there. Not sure if that was on purpose or for a reason. There is setup involved, there's tyre wear involved and fuel usage involved in this Group 3 Championship. It's going to be a 13 lap race, and yeah, there'll be pit stops no doubt, unless someone can pull out an absolute miracle on the tyres. Had it away first out of the bunch. See what he can do as he comes towards the end of the lap. It's not quite there yet, but hopefully he can keep it clean for the next sector. Bring it home for a good time. Guys behind, oh that's it. He's lost it into there. It is tricky to get the brake in right into there. Sean looks like he's on a reasonable lap behind. 10th is Big Les Kun. So Jambu's still stuck in the pits. At least he hasn't quit, that's the main thing. Oh no, it looks like we're all going to exit just to get Jambu out. It's fair enough though. A bit unfair if one guy can't qualify and everyone else gets a chance to. So, guessing we just need NGR 30, yep. now going to exit, I might as well exit as well because there's going to be nothing to watch. Not going to say anything. If you've ever watched one of these TvTs, team versus team, that means, yeah, not great. We always have some issue at some point and need a restart or something. So qualifying cancelled, and it'll get underway again in a minute. Bit of a shame because they were already on the fast laps as well. It wasn't decided quick enough in a way. Paddy was stuck, not Paddy. Jambu was well and truly stuck then though. Nothing you can do. It's completely out of your control at that point in the pits. So if it starts going the wrong way and everything, there's nothing you can do at all. Sometimes it sorts itself out though. I've been in that position myself, and if you wait a little while it can sort itself out, but it doesn't always work that way. Oh, I've entered Alphaman in the pits. I've entered the race come out. Not sure what I pressed there. Well, I am sure what I pressed there. Didn't realise I pressed it, should have said. So is this qualifying now? No. Still need to get everyone. Everyone needs to enter, and then we can get qualifying underway again. The 15-minute qualifying session around Catalunya for round 11 of the NGR. Oh, he's still going around in the pits. Can't get out of the pits this time either. If you look in the background in the pits, someone driving around backwards. If we skip to Jambu, I'm guessing it's him. Yep. I think Jambu just needs to leave the room and then rejoin. Doing this on my wheel, I don't know why, instead of my pad. It takes ages. I was after timing, completely pointless message. Just left as I pressed send. Joe Winner's left the room as well. What's going on? Danzo's now left the room. What the hell? I kind of understand the guy that was lagging in the pits leaving and then rejoining, but not everyone else. I'm not sure what's... they're all rejoining though. It's good. Right, hopefully. There's always a bit of a disaster, like I say, every single week. There's always something. But hopefully we'll get underway now. Everyone's in. I think you can start it again now. We're about to get going again, I think, unless we're waiting for someone else to join. Jambu's out on track, so it seems to have sorted itself, which is good. couple of our hosts tonight in the BMW Z4. So I don't know what we're waiting for again now. This isn't qualifying, I don't think. Or is it? Oh, I'm confused. Oh, they're just waiting for Joe, right. All my messages are pointless, goddamn! Right, once Joe enters, I'm sure we'll get underway. I'm really good at all this, honestly. Herzl's quick in that R8. Can drive it far quicker than I ever can. Don't really like that car. Hates going over the curbs. But Herzl seems to get the best out of it. Good time is set there as well. We're 144.329. I'm not sure if this is quali now or what's going on. I'm expecting qualifying to start in a minute again, but this might be the qualifying session already underway. Temp coming in with damage, Big Les, racing for P1. Going back out after repairing his damage. I think this must be qualifying because everyone's heading in, well, quite a few people are heading on to lap 3 already, so I think we're now into a qualifying session. I hope so, otherwise tonight's going to be unnecessarily long. So, if we are in qualifying, let's pay a bit more attention to what's going on. I'm assuming we are. I'm going to assume now we are actually in qualifying. So Herzl set the fastest time, as we know already. Not quite improving on his second attempt, on his second flying lap, that is. It's obviously always an outlap coming out of the pits. NGR 30 goes quicker on that lap. We were 144.9, so he's into the 144s. That's good. Third at the moment. Temp for 145, can probably get a little bit more out of that BMW, and especially now he's come in, got some fresh tyres on, and he's got a little bit less fuel. Should be able to get a good lap this time round. Heads on to his first flying lap after pitting. NGR E30 back with us this week. He hasn't been with us for a few weeks. Did start the championship. He's been missing for a while, and he's been found again and is back, so he's doing well as well in third, 0.6 off the leader at the moment. Temp, see if his sector time is purple when he comes round. Quite a while till his next one, to be fair, but we'll see anyway. Got to watch someone. I'll pick up a pad as well. I'm doing everything on the wheel. Cutler's picked up a penalty. I'm not sure what's going on there, but probably a track cut penalty. He's cut the curb somewhere. Pilgrim Paddock. 6th Herzl into the pits, getting fresh tyres. Making use of new tyres and lower fuel. He'll be trying to set a new faster lap. Everyone will be thinking the same though, as the fuel comes down and down. Joe Winner a bit of a disadvantage joining the qualifying late, so he's got to put some good. Oh, he's gone in third though. Good time from Joe, a 1:44.481. So excellent time there from Joe. So he's entered qualifying late, and that's his first flying lap. It's a good one. Jambo looked like he was struggling there a little bit when I joined him. Cutler coming out of the pits with new fresh tyres on. 3/4 of a tank of fuel, he's just burnt a little fuel now. Pilgrim Paddy trying to stick in the slipstream of, who's that in front? I'm not quite sure, missed it. It's Big Les, 10. Sean sat in the pits, seems to do this to Sean week on week. So he's not a massive fan of qualifying by the look of it. That's all I can read into that really. Cutler needs to make up a little bit of time to climb up the leaderboard a little bit for a nice start. 1:45.760 at the moment. Got a bit of work to put in, but once he's got those tyres working, gets his fast lap in with less fuel, which he'll get a chance to start in a minute, then he'll be away for a faster time, I'm sure. I wouldn't say it's that difficult a track, Catalunya, but it's certainly, or Barcelona, whatever you want to call it, it's certainly one that one punishes the tyres quite a lot, and two, it's one that punishes your little mistakes more than, you don't have to go that fast, if that makes sense. You just have to try not to make too many mistakes and go too wide anywhere and all that kind of stuff. So yeah, you can get punished really easily for a tiny little mistake anyway, but at the same time, if you drive it nice and carefully, it's quite easy anyway. So that's how I would describe it. Each to their own. People might find it a real struggle, I'm not sure. I personally quite like it. Purcell's still in the lead at the moment, but not a massive lead away from Jambo in second. And then Joe Winner's nothing at all. Rizzler width behind, Jambo behind. Jambo in front even. So Joe doing a really good job, seeing as like I've already said, he joined qualifying a bit later than everyone else. 10th with a 1:44.490 last time round after his pit stop, getting fresh tyres but not refuelling. So he's burnt off quite a lot of fuel so far. He's doing a good job of fuel burning, but can he improve this time round again and try and get himself up into the top 3 or even on the front row? NGR E30 coming over the line to set 1:44.343, so a massive improvement from his previous fastest lap, and he's put it in second place, jumped ahead of Jambo. Joe Winner's been pushed down now, so Joe down into 4th. Going on with these boys. Cutler into the 44s, he's got there in the end. We're 1:44.947. You see that 1:43 there, but that's an out lap. Pilgrim Paddy's just pulled over to the side, just waiting for qualifying to end. By the look of it, Danzo looking for a fresh start in qualifying and trying to get this first fast lap in. He's going quick at the moment. Keep on with Danzo, see if we can keep it nice and tidy towards the end of the lap and bring it home for a good time. Oh, he's gone a little bit deep into there, gained a little bit of understeer because he had to brake more than he needed to really, to try and gather it all back up. Gets through the last chicane alright. Back on the power. Nicely through the last corner. It's not going to be a great time, but it's not bad for Danza. Up into 8th. Thought he was in 8th anyway, sorry. But sets the time eventually in qualifying. That's the main thing. Sean out of the pits now, looking to actually set some kind of time towards the end. I think he's a bit too late, to be honest. Cutler going slow. Pilgrim Paddy going slow, so I think qualifying's more or less over for these guys. Temp getting into the 144s again, so pretty consistent, but not quite improving on that previous fastest lap. Going on, Joe's heading out again on fresh tyres. So I think there's a bit of confusion of how long this qualifying is going to last. And I'm a bit confused, that's why I said that. Gone over the 15-minute marker now, so that should be qualifying over in theory. But looks like it's going to carry on. I'm in no way in control of any of this. So Jambo's in first now with a 1:44.128. So a really good time from Jambo. Nearly into the 140, the high 143s, which is really quick. So a really good time from Jambo, really impressive. Purcell in second. Will anyone come over the line and improve and knock these guys off the top spots? Purcell not improving that time out. Qualifying is over and the final is about to begin. No one else gets to finish their lap. So a decent effort from everyone. The qualifying order changed quite a lot with a few changes in first position and obviously working its way down to change everyone else's position. Good stuff though. Wait for the lights, everyone's revving, waiting for the lights to go out. See them at the top there, and away they go. Oh, E30's in reverse. So E30 went backwards, Pilgrim Paddy's off. Pilgrim Paddy's been tapped onto the grass straight away. Not sure exactly what happened there. We head down into the first corner now. Purcell is first, Jambu second, and Cutler on the inside looking to get through as well. Jambu holds it on the outside with Purcell, but he loses out with a bit of oversteer. Bit of a moment to catch, and Cutler's up in second, so Jambu dropping down a position there, and now he's got Joe Winner all over the back of him. NGR E30 low. NGR E30 looking to make up for a bit of lost time right at the beginning, but he's just taken out Joe Winner well and truly there, just ploughed into the side of him. Temp's pulling over to the side as well. Not sure what Temp's doing, but he's on the grass, so it's all gone crazy. Pilgrim Paddy up into 6th. Unfortunate for the guys at the back there. Sean up into 5th, good for Sean. Danzo up into 4th, so these guys aren't necessarily, well, they weren't necessarily at the top in qualifying, but they've managed to make their way up there with the mistakes from the other guys, keeping it clean themselves and making a path through. Jambu diving to the inside for second place. Can he get past Cutler? Cutler goes a little bit wide on the exit. Jambu up into second, good move, bit aggressive, but he made it work. Kept it clean by the look of it as well, don't think there was any contact. Coming through the last chicane for the first time to complete lap 1, with Purcell in the lead, Jambu in second, Cutler in third, Danza in 4th, Sean in 5th, Pilgrim Paddy in 6th, Temp in 7th with damage, so he's coming into pit no doubt and repair that. Joe Winner in 8th, and we've already lost one player as well. So we're down to 8 players already, but Joe Winner going round right at the back as well. In 7th, not sure exactly what's happened to Joe other than getting hit, so I'm surprised it's dropped him back that far, but obviously it has done, so that's a real race ruiner for Joe, and not necessarily his fault either. It was more that's who was left as well, so it was E30 that absolutely ploughed into the side of him and ruined his race pretty much. So unfortunate in the opening lap there for Joe, but hopefully he can get back into the race. 13 laps all in all. Pilgrim Paddy going wide into the gravel, gets it going again, but he's lost crucial time there to the guys behind. Anyway, we'll jump further up. Sean giving Danzo's bumper a little bit of pressure. Can Danzo handle Sean right on his bumper more or less? See if there's any little mistakes that creep in. Good little battle developing by the look of it. Further up as well, we've got Cutler, Jambu still side by side. Not quite, but I don't know why I said that. But following each other very closely. Jambu's right on the tail of Purzel in first as well, so the battle for first is heating up. NGR E30 has now left the room, so he's ended up leaving the race and leaving the room altogether. Bit of a shame that he's messed up Joe's race and then left altogether, so I'm sure Joe won't be happy about that. Joe's been here pretty much every week and been taking it quite seriously, so we'll be a bit disappointed about that one, I'm sure. It's hard to speak for other people because obviously I don't know, but that's what I would expect. I don't think it's too strange an assumption. So our top 3, a little gap between them all, but nothing major, and the race for first is on. Danzo dropped right off of the pack in front in 4th, but it's still got Sean for company. Cutler's getting closer and closer to the back of Jambu again, and Jambu's dropped off Purzel compared to where they were the last lap. Sean going a little bit deep, sorry, no, wrong way around. Danzo going a little bit deep into there, so Sean getting the chance to get past, and he does do. Nice, runs it side by side, takes the line that he deserves with the momentum and the pace, doesn't back out, and Sean up into 4th with a good move on Danzo. There's no prizes for guessing where Sean's from. Brilliant on Danzo there though. So we have got Jambu just taking Purzel with the slipstream and getting the job done just before the first corner basically. So really good job there from Jambu. Must have got a hell of an exit out of the last corner to get that slipstream in the first place and then really make it work into the first corner. So that looks like what happened. So credit to Jambu there. Cutler looks like he was going to go for a sniff then. It's looking lively. This could all end in tears if they're not careful though. Let's go on board with one of them. On board with NGR. Cutler now in 3rd position, chasing Purzel in 2nd and Jambu in 1st. Incredibly close at the front so far. We're heading on to lap 5 at the end of this one. Still a fair few corners to go though. Oh, Jambu's gone really deep. Completely outbroke himself into there. Gone off altogether and no grip at all when you go off onto that printed surface, almost AstroTurf stuff. So he loses a lot of time getting back on track. He's still there in the distance behind, but he's lost the chance to keep it in 1st place. Anyway, Purzel up into 2nd and Cutler in, Purzel in 1st now, Cutler in 2nd, and Jambu's Jambu's got to make a bit of time up now to try and make up those 2 positions he's just lost. Looked like he just outbroke himself. Easy to do, but a big issue when you do it, especially when you're in such a close battle. Sean has now left Danzo behind. Danzo must have had a little bit of an issue because I'm not sure that gap, that's a big gap that's developed in a lap or 2. Pilgrim Paddy in 6th, heading into the T1. Not a lot going on elsewhere on the track, so we will stick with the action at the top, I'm afraid. If one of your favourite drivers is towards the back, then you might not necessarily see too much of them, but I hope you understand the action is what I'm trying to catch, really. Cutler in the slipstream of the Audi R8 in front. Cutler in the BMW Z4. Tyre wear is looking pretty good for Cutler, pretty even between the front and back. Herzl not quite the same, he's taken quite a bit out of his rear left tyre, so oh, that could be an issue for him. There you go, that's a bit of drama. Herzl's just spun it on just heading into the last little section and the tight chicane. Before that, he's just lost it, so he gets going again, but he has to dive in the pits, get some damage repaired. Bad news for Herzl. At least he did it at the end of the lap, so he can come into the pits and actually repair it. That's the main thing, without having to go around for the full lap with damage. So if there's any time to crash, you want to crash just by the pits. Basically, at least you don't lose too much time. Unfortunately, probably wasn't planning a pit stop, so that might have dropped him out of the race a little bit there for Herzl. But it's like there's a bit of a curse going on for the leader, so Jambu's back through up into 1st. I've missed how he managed to get past Cutler, but he's done it somehow. He's doing a good job, as Cutler's giving him a little bit of grief from behind. Good racing from these guys. Close stuff. We're on to lap 6 now as well, so coming towards the halfway point. Cutler going a little bit deep on the brakes, so it made it look like he was trying to attempt something strange, but I think it was just a little moment where he outbroke himself a little bit. No big drama from it though. Gathers it up nicely afterwards. Nice and clean through the chicane. Oh, Jambu diving in the pits. That's taken me by surprise, but he must think that tyre wear at the rear and the front, on the left hand side to be fair, for Jambu. It's just gone a little bit too far and he wants to pit. So Cutler is now in 1st, but he's got the damage. So the guys behind potentially can close in a little bit of a gap on Cutler, meaning that he's going to get overtaken when he comes out of the pits. Jambu's come into the pits and come out, and he's only 6 seconds behind Cutler in front, so Cutler's definitely going to lose 1st place when he pits. He maybe should have pitted on the same lap really. Cutler's got damage as well, so if he chooses to repair the damage, he's going to be even longer in the pits. Great race here from Sean. Sean F184 into 3rd position now. Just keeping it nice and consistent. Not putting in mega laps on the lap times, but doesn't really matter at this point. He's in 3rd position. He's kept it on the grey stuff. He's got a big gap to Danzo behind him in 4th, so he's sitting pretty sweet at the moment. Just needs to keep it going. If he can, or if Jambu or Cutler have a bit of an incident in front, he could possibly gain another position again. But at the moment he's on the podium, so it's good work from Sean. Don't want to curse him though. Danzo in fourth, driving around on his own pretty much. Got Joe Winner and Purcell together now. So two fast guys that have found themselves a bit further back in this race. Cutler in the pits now, this time round. Jambu takes first as Cutler's getting fresh tyres. I made so many mistakes in these streams. Sean in the pits, just fresh tyres. So Jambu with a 5-second lead as Cutler comes out of the pits now to start lap 8. Sean is now 12 seconds off the leader, but he's got fresh tyres on, so he's not doing too badly and he could potentially close that gap in. So the race might not be over for Sean. He's got a 7.5 second gap to Cutler in front. He might be able to close that in with a bit of good driving. Let's keep an eye on Purcell and Joe Winner for a second or two. Like I say, perfectly competent racers, these two. Really fast and normally quite close towards the top. BMW versus Audi, and the Audi looks like he's got the momentum at the moment. He's closing in, he's Purcell, he's gone board of him. Making sure he don't go into the back of him, so getting it broke nice and early almost. Getting that safety margin built into the braking so you don't have any worry about going into the guy in front. Quick steering to flick it through the last chicane there. Through the last corner. Drops off the back a little bit. He's got the slipstream, but I don't think it's going to be enough to get into a position to have a dive into T1. Nope. Has to sit behind for another couple of corners before he can get some kind of opportunity going again. Here it comes though. Different lines going on completely. Close right up on the bumper though. Let's see what goes on. Goes down the inside, Purcell, but goes a little bit deep, so Joe Winner manages to come back at him. But Purcell's now got the inside for this one, so long as he sticks to that apex, he's got the defensive line and Joe can't do much about it. Has to settle back in to 6th position as Purcell takes that off him. Danzo in front's not far ahead, so Danzo is now the next target for Purcell. He's caught up quite quickly on both of these guys by the look of it. So Purcell again, making moves, closing right up on Danzo very quickly. Let's give Danzo a little glimpse at the tyres. So he's on the medium tyre, is Danzo. I'm not sure if that was a mistake, but he's not going to be that quick on the medium tyre compared to the soft that Purcell and Joe are on. Oh, they're a bit too keen to get past, so they've tried in the wrong place, really, in my opinion, in my humble opinion. So Purcell having a little bit of contact as he gets past Danzo, and Joe Winner manages to get through as well. Purcell actually picked up a little bit of damage there, so Joe's now on the attack. Good little mid-pack battle going on here. Danzo losing out that time though. He's picked up damage as well and he's not managed to get in the pits, so he's got to run round for another lap, another whole lap with damage. So his medium tyres certainly haven't worked out for him there. Purcell will probably drop off the back of Joe Winner now, I expect, with his damage. Joe with none at all through all that. He just managed to get away with a reasonable effort going on behind, basically, and made the most of the action happening in front of him. Comes through into fourth in the end. So good job there from Joe. Didn't give up once Purcell got past him. And it paid off for him. Sean, unfortunately that gap's grown considerably since we last checked in on him to Cutler in front, but he's still nice and safe in third position, so he just needs to keep those laps going and secure that third for him. If there's any chance that Joe can catch up behind, it's just not possible in the amount of laps that are left, unless Sean has an incident. So Sean, I really want him to come in third. I don't think he's had a podium this season, so it'd be really good to see. I'm urging him on to do it. Cutler pretty much going around on his own with the distant view of Jambu in front. Purcell in the pits towards the end, surprisingly late, fixing that damage though. Almost forced to do it. He couldn't stick with Joe because of that damage, so he knows he's losing too much time. So he comes out of the pits in fifth, but at least he'll be able to keep that fifth position and not lose too much more time. Nothing really going on, so we'll check in with Pilgrim Paddy. He's got in the pits now, got the damage sorted, and oh sorry, no, it was Danzo, wasn't it? Wrong guy, my mistake. Danzo coming out of the pits now, still on the medium tyre. I'm not sure why he keeps picking the medium tyre, but each to their own. But yeah, he's fixed his damage, dropped into 7th because of it though. Was having quite a good race earlier on. Temp just sat in the pits now waiting for the next race to start in 8th position. Danzo catch him on the grass there. He's actually just left the room as well, so Danzo's binned it after coming out of the pits and decided to leave. It's all died down action wise at the moment. Let's coming towards the end now. Let's go on board with Jambu, our race leader at the moment, see how he's going. He's got a little bit of tyre wear to compete with, but nothing too drastic. Good strong lap so far. Heavy on the brakes into there, hooked up the apex nicely. Certainly knows how to put a lap together around here, does Jambu. Cone in the middle of the track, come from somewhere, I'm not sure where. Good lap there from Jambu. I know we didn't watch it from the start, but all in all a decent lap. Cutler behind, he's closing in though quite quickly. I don't think it's going to be enough time. We're on to the last lap now as we join Cutler, but he's closing in on Jambu in front just because his tyre wear's a little bit better, I think. Sean's still going strong in third, good to see. Joe coming through in fourth through the last corner to start his last lap. Purcell doing the same now. Pilgrim Paddy a little way back, a long way back should I say. Temp in 7th, still in the pits, like I say, just sitting there waiting for the next race to start. Join Jambu again and watch his last lap as he comes towards the finish line for the final time. And we cap this race off. As long as it's mistake free, he'll cap this race off with yet another win in this championship. He's quick, maybe should have been in the pros arguably. And there we go, brings it over the line, finishes nicely. Congratulations to Jambu, good win in the end. Cutler in second. Sean coming through the last chicane now to finish it off in third. Well done Sean, really good result for Sean that. I'm happy for him. Deserves that one as well. Kept on the grey stuff as other people had little mistakes going on around him. Joe Winner in fourth in the end. Purcell in fifth, not far behind him. Pilgrim Paddy sat in the pits, don't look like he's actually going to finish. And Temp is just rolling around, not finished either. Picked up a lot of damage somehow. So that's pretty much our finishing positions. Jambu in first, Cutler in second, Sean in third, Joe Winner in fourth, Purcell in fifth. Sixth is Pilgrim Paddy and Temp is in seventh. NGR Danzo DNF in eighth. See Jambu with the victory there, and a pole position as well to go with it. So great job there from Danzo. Jambu. Don't know how I do that. I completely get the names wrong even though it's there on the screen. I'm just not looking at it properly. I'm looking at all sorts of other things. So, hopefully you'll join me as well for race 2, which is going to be a slightly longer race. Bit of a shame there's not more people in this lobby. Would make the racing that little bit more interesting. There's a lot of writing going on. It's congratulating the winner and the podium finishers. Give Sean just Sean a congratulations, so it might mean a little bit more. Hopefully the other guys don't take any offence. So, just waiting for race 2 to get underway with a little bit of a break, so there's not a lot going on for the time being. So we've got a 20 lap race for race 2. 2 different compounds have to be used in this race. So you have to use the soft and the medium. no one really wants to use a hard, so it's not really an option, even though you can use it if you want, but it's not very fast. And then we've got a little rule in this as well, where the pit window doesn't open for the first couple of laps, so you can't come in and get fresh tyres for any reason towards the beginning of the race. There's a weight bias as well added to the podium finishers. NGR Cutler's just mentioned it in the chat there. So there's a little bit of extra weight added to the guys that have just finished in the podium positions, and so the guy in first has the most weight to add, the guy in second a little bit less, and the guy in third a little bit less, and so on and so on, even though there's only 3, so and so on and so on. But yeah, that's pretty much it. 20 lap race instead. I've said pretty much everything else. It's the same cars, same drivers. Just a bit of a longer one for the second race. Gives me the opportunity to dive out, I suppose, and actually do a lap or two myself. I'll take the opportunity. 5-minute break is said, so it gives me a chance to get a lap in, a fast lap in, after an out lap. Just about. But it seems dark. Time is it now? 9:30. We've got 7 minutes. Broke a little bit too heavily into there. Could have carried a little bit more speed. Running the out lap there. I want to put in a really fast lap round here. I really like this track. See what kind of lap time I can do. I think fastest so far has been a 44.1. So see if we can get anywhere near that. Did practice a little bit earlier, I won't lie, and I managed to do a 44.5, so it'll be an improvement if I manage to get anywhere near that 44.1. Anyway, let's see how we do as we head towards the end of my out lap. So, away we go. Kind of talk you through the lap as well. I'll try to, the best I can. Braking roughly where that black box is on the left hand side. Down 2 gears from 5th gear, banging the limiter nearly in 5th gear. Not bothering with 6th. And then just hook it up through here in 3rd. Looking for the apex, carry it a little bit through the apex and then back on the power, just to make sure you don't go too wide on the exit. The shadow of the bridge is the little braking point for me there. Went a little bit deep into there though, to be fair. Missed the apex a little bit, but hooked it up in the end. Nice and steady through there. Not the best, I'll be honest, didn't feel fast. Try and carry some kind of speed through here without cutting the corner too much and getting a penalty. Quite easy to pick up a penalty through there. Turned in too early, double turning. Carry as much speed as possible through there. 3rd gear, just lift off and don't break into that corner that I've just gone through. Just lift off and roll through. And let 3rd gear just slow you down a little bit. Oh, big kick of oversteer. Through one of the trickier corners, I think, that one. You just got to hold the throttle at half throttle for ages. through the last chicane, cutting the corner as much as possible without getting a penalty. Last corner. Is it? No, it's not even a 44. There we go. 45.5 in the end. So my 44.5 earlier that I did was second quicker. Must have been a bloody good one. Don't know how I managed that. I didn't quite get the braking right into a few of those corners though. Anyway, right, enough about that. What's going on? Bit of practice still going on between the boys. 3 minutes to go before we get going in race 2. Part of the lobby as well, and still be signed into it. Oh no, I already have them. Already done it. So, can Jambu win the second one? Reverse grid for the second one, so Jambu will be starting at the back. But it's not the largest grid in the world, so it's not impossible for Jambu to try and make his way through. We'll see what happens at the start. He could make up a few positions into the first couple of corners. It's quite a good overtaking opportunity, the first corner, so I won't be surprised if there's a few dives down into there with a decent start from further back. Not a lot going on. Özil just keeping his eye in. Joe doing the same. Danzo just getting a little bit of last minute practice in before race 2 kicks off, even though they've just done 13 laps. 14 was it? 13. Confusion about the weights by the sound of it for Sean. I'd like to say I think that's his first podium, so he won't be used to putting on the weight ballast. He won't have ever had to do it before, so it might be a little bit confusing for him. It's a long time since anyone's probably read the rules that they read right at the start of the championship, where I explained all that. Understandably, they've probably forgotten. I know I struggle to remember. Go flying around, trying to get a reasonable lap in this little practice session. Looks like he's doing the best out of everyone else. Özil probably on a decent lap as well. Oh, come on. Here we go, here we go. So we're about to start race 2. Hopefully we get underway, there's no problems. Danzo leads us away this time. 10th, which is Big Les behind him. Pilgrim Paddy in 3rd, Purcell in 4th, Joe Winner in 5th, Sean in 6th. Lights are on, and there they go. Oh, Danzo getting bogged down. Pilgrim Paddy with a good start though. Purcell off the line very well, already making his way through. So Purcell up into the lead before we even get to T1. Bit of lag going on. Danzo in 2nd, Joe Winner around the outside through the 2nd part of the chicane. in third. Can he hang it? Yeah. He's managed to hang it around the outside and keep the inside line for the next one. So, and he's challenging Purcell now. Joe Winner on a charge right from the start. Pilgrim Paddy dropping back a little bit. Danzo has managed to get past him. Sorry, wrong way around that. Oh, a bit of contact between Joe Winner. Oh, Joe Winner and Purcell coming together. And Joe losing out. So Joe having a terrible week this week. Keeps losing out. Every time there's a touch of contact, it's him that ends up going off track. Danzo going wide. So Sean up into fourth. Another good possible result for Sean here. So Joe gets going again. Pilgrim Paddy's ghosting. I'm not sure what's going on there. Big Les in fifth, chasing down the back of Sean. Looks like there were a little bit of contact as he got onto the brakes there. Maybe misjudging Sean's braking. Oh, we're looking like a restart. Oh no. Please don't do this. Hey, right. We're into restart territory. They all seem to have had a problem with it, to be fair, so it does make sense. Not sure what did happen there. Sean's just asked the question in the chat. I'm not sure what happened there really. I kind of missed that one. Not entirely sure why we're restarting. So we've got to wait for the grid to be set manually by the host. Hopefully it won't take too long and we'll get underway shortly. Right, so here we go. I'll have to wait till it starts so I can jump in. We've got Danzo starting in first, Temp in second, and hopefully we get away well this time. Pilgrim Paddy in third. Lights are on, and there they go. Went out very quickly there. Might have caught a few people out. Really good start from a few people. Same thing happening again, so someone on the grass again. Not sure what's going on there. It looks like Cutler. We've got Danzo leading us away with Pilgrim Paddy in second. Jumping past Temp into the first corner. Doing a good job gaining a position. And then Pilgrim Paddy looking feisty for a challenge on Danzo for first. Oh, lost the rear end a little bit, unsettled the car. Manages to gather it up. Big Les down the inside of Temp, trying to get past, ends up losing a little bit of pace because of that Jambu right on his bumper. Jambu started right at the back, bear in mind, so good start from Jambu so far, already up into 4th. Sean down in 8th, bit unfair because he had a good start last time, but there you go. All these restarts, it can end up going completely different ways. Big incident there. Who's that? It's Cutler who's just been hit, spun completely the wrong way, so facing the wrong way as he turns into a left-hander, he's facing right. And then who's that off the track as well? Temp's off the track, spun it as well. So Cutler and Temp having a bad time of it, and have dropped back. Everyone else still charging away towards the front though. Oh, another moment. Who's that? That's Jambu. Jambu gets it going again. Unfortunately, gets tapped. Looks like a bit of contact. Sean up into 5th now, so it don't look so bad all of a sudden for Sean. Big Les isn't happy about the driving standards tonight by the look of it. Joe Winner looking for the inside line on Pilgrim Paddy. Not quite managing to get it done though. Sean dropping back a little bit off this pack. Danzo just having the chance to try and lead away. Purcell in 2nd. Pilgrim Paddy in 3rd. With Joe and Sean right behind him. Closed up all of a sudden. Oh, Joe gets past him, up into 3rd. Pilgrim Paddy dropping down a little bit. Down into 4th. Oh, goes a little bit wide, there's Pilgrim Paddy through there, so Sean's got a chance now. Down the inside, through there. Nice move from Sean. On top form tonight is Sean, good driving. Let's see if he can keep it. Still got the inside being hustled by Pilgrim Paddy. Pilgrim Paddy gets it done in the end. Comes back at Sean nicely and retakes 4th position. Good work. See what's going on at the front. Purcell right on the back of Danzo now, putting some real pressure on as they come through towards the last chicane on lap 2. Soon to be starting lap 3. These guys are running away a little bit now though. Joe Winner behind, looking to catch up a little bit in the slipstream down the straight. Start of lap 3 now. Oh, we've got a challenge for first. So Purcell already got it done before the first corner. Does he outbrake himself? Nope, he gets it done very nicely. Danzo challenging hard to try and get that back though. Good job there from Purcell. Loads of understeer as you can see Danzo having to put a lot of steering lock into the car to get through that corner then. Big Les has now left the race. We're down to 6 players. So similar to last week, you can't have a bad finish really. Doesn't matter where you finish. Pilgrim Paddy's left as well. Oh dear. I feel like leaving. It's starting to get slightly annoying, is this? Not enough drivers to actually make it worth doing. No offence to anyone's driving whatsoever, but it's just hard to make it entertaining when there's not many drivers actually driving around. It's the first time I've ever said anything about it, but it's really difficult to actually do. And people keep leaving all the time, and it's they're meant to join this, and finish whatever, but as soon as people drop back a little bit, they leave, and it's really annoying. Anyway, it's not my place to have a go at people. Herzl in first, running away from Joe Winner now, which has now got past Danzer. Danzer down into third. Sean having a battle with Jambu. Jambu trying to make his way back through after having an incident early on. Yeah, it's a real shame that people just have a little bit of a moment and then they leave. I've done it personally myself in the past. I did it not so long back even, but I don't do it if it's a full championship. It's only ever if it's just a fun thing really, and it doesn't really matter. If it's some kind of championship that I've agreed to race in, I'll stick with it. So Sean losing out to Jambu in the end. Let's see if he can stick with him now though. I want Sean, I'm urging Sean to have a good finish again in this race. Fear he's going to stay in the same position now. Jambu's got past him though. Oh, he's getting right back onto the bumper though. Come on, prove me wrong, Sean. Sending you positive messages, positive waves, positive vibes. Battling hard in the Jag versus the Mercedes AMG. Danzo going well, back up in second. Cutler's dropped. Oh no, sorry, Joe's dropped right down into sixth. Joe's had a big incident. I'm not sure what's happened there. Missed that one. God damn. Yeah, Joe's dropped from the dizzy heights of the podium down to sixth position. So obviously he's had a big mistake somewhere. He's picked up damage as well. Sean in fourth, going strong. Like I say, you can't really have a bad result though. Jambu in third. Danza. Let's monitor the gap between Jambu and Danza, because Jambu we know is quick. He's already won one race tonight round here. So at the moment the gap is roughly around 2.3 seconds, but it's closing down as I speak. Just taking an extra 2 attempts out of him through there. Got back up there. Sean still round the back of Jambu, giving him a little bit of grief. Not letting him ease off whatsoever. Butler coming through, he's not that far behind now. Joe Winner in sixth. Again, picked up a little bit of damage as Joe. Really unfortunate Joe tonight, I feel for him. Big Les wasn't happy either, so, and then Pilgrim Paddy's left as well, so I'm guessing they've got annoyed about something, but yeah. Not great finishing rate. So Danza is now in the clutches of Jambu behind. Jambu pushing hard as well, and he gets it done instantly as soon as he gets behind him. He's through. So really good work there from Jambu pushers. And as Perzel comes into the pits, it allows Jambu to actually come out. He's now in second place. Sorry, I lost my thread there a little bit. Jambu's now in second place with only a 2.7 second gap to Perzel in first. So Jambu's right back in this race after that incident early on. Danza still not doing a bad job right on his tail, and Sean's there as well, because he still hasn't dropped off Jambu's pace really. Sean side by side with Danza. Down the inside of Sean. Nice move, Sean. Doing an exceptional job tonight is Sean. Got to be said. podium position of third again is Sean, but he's still looking pretty feisty to catch up with Jambu and try and get him. So best of luck if you do. Again, I'm wishing you on. Whilst all this is going on, the gaps behind are coming down between each other, so it's all closing up again after a bit of an incident early on that spread the field a little bit. Joe Winner's the one that's massively lost out, but he's still going. He's on the mediums now, and he should have fueled if he's trying to go on the mediums, but he hasn't got much fuel, so he'll have to come back in soon after he runs out of fuel. Cutler, meanwhile, is on the back of Danzo, so everyone's trying to get past Danzo now. The guys in front have managed it. Will Cutler do it? Sure, he's going to have a good go. Looks to the inside into T1. Goes heavy on the brakes, just out brakes Danzo nicely. Takes the corner nicely. Gains the line. Good work there from Cutler. Now gets to chase down Sean as well. So Sean again, right on the back of Jambu. Gap's quite big now to Purcell. Jambu actually carrying a little bit of damage as well on the medium tyres. Purcell on the softs now is pitted. So Purcell going quick at this point in the race compared to the guys behind. Still only lap 7 of 20 there, so plenty of time left. We've got Sean and Cutler side by side. Oh, Cutler going a little bit wide. Challenging for third position there, trying to take it off Sean. Cutler into the pits. Sean, a breath of a sigh of relief, I couldn't think of the saying then, as he doesn't have the pressure all of a sudden of Cutler. Danzo getting some fuel. Cutler back out of the pits in 5th position. Like I say, you can never drop down that far. Joe Winner in 4th, going to have to come in sometime soon on his medium tyres with no tyre wear whatsoever. I'm not sure if that was a mistake from Joe, but certainly seems like a bit of a mistake. Picking the medium tyre but not really having enough fuel to go long enough on the medium tyre. Anyway, Sean can now concentrate completely back on Jambu in front, even though the gap's grown a little bit now. Purcell's away in this one now. He's got a 12-second lead over Jambu in 2nd. He's got fresh tyres. He's set the fastest lap. He's just in control of this race completely at this point. Jambu in the pits. Sean in the pits as well, following him in. Will Jambu repair? Oh no, he's not got. I thought Jambu had a little bit of damage. No. They're all coming in the pits this lap. Joe Winner in the pits. Jambu coming out first. Let's see where Sean is in comparison. Sean's put full fuel on, so he's good to go to the end of the race. Not actually repaired that damage, so didn't feel like it was causing him too much time loss. Obviously, otherwise he would have repaired it. We've got Jambu and Cutler side by side now, battling away for second position. So Jambu's on the soft tyre, and it's absolutely brand spanking new. He's on his out lap. Meanwhile, Cutler's on the mediums, even though they're spanking new. He's already one lap into his tyres. So the medium tyre versus the soft. Fear I know the result of this one eventually. Let's see if Jambu can do it. He's incredibly close. Cutler diving, well, not diving, what am I on about? Keeping the inside line, defensive line. Oh, in the end, he just manages to make it look easy. There's Jambu as Cutler gets it a little bit deep on the brakes, and might have thought better of it, to be fair. I never know exactly what the driver's thinking. They might have just let him through, thinking I don't want too much pressure from behind, I just want my own race. But Jambu getting through nicely there. Ooh, a little bit to catch. There's the weight transfer, got a little bit too much through there. So Purcell needs to pit at the end of this lap because he's nearly out of fuel. But he's got a 30-second lead, so it's no problem. He's easily going to come back out in first position. Well, I say that. He might not do. Cutler's dropped off the back of Jambu now. Dancer not far behind Sean. Sean getting caught slightly on the time on the top left, the delta. Then gaining the time on the exit there, doing a good job. So Purcell in the pits, needs the fuel. It's the only reason he needs to pit really. Could have carried on those tyres for a little bit longer. Decided. Decided. He's gone mediums again. I think he's gone softs again. I think he's done 10 laps on that set of softs, so he's probably happy to go another 10 laps on the next set. There we go. Gone for the softs again. First position. He comes out of the pits, and looking back, there's no one behind him at all, so it's a big gap. Comes out of the pits, has still got an 11-second gap to Jambu in second, and Jambu's tyres are obviously a lap older than his, well, an out lap and a little bit of a lap older than his. Cutler struggling on these medium tyres compared to Jambu's pace. Once Jambu got past, that was it, he was off. Sean dropped out of the podium positions at the moment, but if he keeps it going, he could get back into this race if there's a bit of an incident up front from anyone. Danzer chasing Sean down now, so there was a bit of a gap last time we checked in on Danzer, but he's closed it up quite nicely. For a massively strange inside line there, does Danzer. Oh, that's why he's letting Joe Winner through for some reason. I didn't quite realise Joe was there, if I'm honest. I thought Joe was a little bit further back than that. So Joe just dives through. Missed that completely, really. I wasn't expecting that. Oops. Great commentator. Joe Winner firing his way past Danzo, and now right on the back of Sean. Cutler in the pits, dropping right to the back now. So Joe all of a sudden getting past Sean up into third position. That worked out well for him. Cutler going in the pits, and the move on Sean just gets him 2 positions. Nice. Back into the race. So Joe's going to manage to pull away nicely from Sean now. Sean going to stick with him like he did with Jambu. Sean's on the medium tyre. This is the problem on the medium tyre. It's really difficult to stick with a car on the soft tyres. Jambu with quite the gap to close down in front. I don't think it's going to happen, if I'm honest, and a massive gap behind him, so nice and secure in second position. Joe's trying his best to close that down, that gap down to Jambu, but he's only got 8 laps left to do it, so is it possible? I'm not sure. He's closing that gap down though, saying that, so he is coming down quite quickly at the moment. Let's see if Joe can keep that up. Pull a nice gap to Sean now as well from getting past a moment ago, a lap or 2 ago. Sean's got Cutler hunting him down now. Guys are driving quite well now, considering they had such a bad start to the race altogether. But a couple of the guys have left. But yeah, it seemed like a few incidents at the beginning, but they're all driving really quite nice and tidily now. It's a bit of a shame it all kicked off, really. So Sean's coming under major pressure now, as Cutler's looking to get somewhere near side by side if he can, in the right place that is. Tricky little section to overtake through is this last bit. Yeah, so try and get the run onto the straight really. Oh, Sean dives in the pits, so allows Cutler just to drive through. So Sean goes for fresh tyres. Too slow on the mediums by the look of it, it's just losing too much time, so he's probably going to put the softs back on. You do have to use the medium tyre, I did say that at the beginning, so everyone will have to do that at some point. They might only run a lap or 2 and then put the softs back on, just because of the lack of pace in the medium. Jambu needs fuel, he's going to have to come in this lap. Purcell's good to go till the end of the race now. His tyre wear on that, in that R8 is really quite impressive. Don't really get that much at all. Not a lot to really commentate on at the moment, not a lot of action going on. Only 6 cars in the race, it's relying on 6 guys to just give a lot of entertainment. whereas there's a possible 16 allowed in the lobby, including myself, not including myself, that is, 15 altogether. Jambu in the pits. See where Joe is. Is Joe going to make it happen and get up in second? He needs another pit stop at some point though. I don't think. Excuse me. Don't think he's going to manage to finish the rest of the race with the fuel and tyres he's got. So it doesn't matter if he does get past. Jambu's in a better position anyway. Jambu manages to come out in front of him anyway. He's not far in front though. Joe Winner. He's got a little target now. Jambu on the fresher tyres though, that's the issue. So if Joe can catch up, that'll be good. And stick in his slipstream. Use the fact that he's got worse tyre wear, but he's got the slipstream to tow him along a little bit. Really quite bad his tyre wear though. He will be struggling into some of these corners, especially the right-handers, where his front left tyre is so bad. Jambu just pulling away on those fresh tyres. There's no question about it. There's a massive difference in the tyres on this game. When they do start going, they really start going, and you lose a lot of time. Doesn't feel that bad, but time-wise, he just seems to disappear. But Purcell in the pits didn't really need to pit for fresh tyres, but he's going to do it anyway. He's got plenty of time to do so. He's completely in control of this race. Has been for a long time, pretty much from the start. Jambu taking the curves quite aggressively there. Good to see. Bit of action. Two-wheel action. Got Joe Winner in the pits this time round. On lap 15. Get some fresh rubber and go to the end of the race now. Needs to make sure he gets enough fuel in, but not too much. Sean, can he come through and take 4th position? Sean's in a good position to finish off this race with the tyres and fuel he's got. Oh, it's going to be close. So Sean's now up into 4th. And Joe Winner's got to try and get past him now. Not ideal for Joe Winner, but he'll probably enjoy the challenge. I always enjoy the challenge when someone comes out of the pits. When I come out of the pits and there's someone just goes past me, should I say. Danzo not too far behind, but got a lot of work to do to catch these boys. Sean will probably be very aware that Joe's there behind him and not that far behind at that. So Joe right all over the back of Sean, like a bad rash. Sean goes defensive, blocks the inside early on. Means that Joe's got nowhere to go really through T1. And Sean doing a good job, gets the braking done nicely, doesn't lose it on the brakes. They are actually catching up Cutler in front as well. I'm not sure what's going on with Cutler, but is all of a sudden coming to the picture. Literally. Joe going deep with a dive down the inside. Oh, it's not worked out for him that time round. Dive down the inside on Sean, but it ended up going too deep, getting on the marbles and going wide in the end into the gravel. So he's lost all that time that he's just made up on Sean, and he's got to do it all again. Sean again, sigh of relief from Sean. We can almost hear it from here as the pressure drops off the back of him. Can Sean catch Cutler now? If we can get that a little bit closer, if we can close him down a little bit, he'll be able to get in the slipstream, the distant slipstream, and then it's a lot easier to catch up then. Going a bit too deep into there, having to get it all gathered up to get the exit going again. Oh, a bit wide through there as well. Not maximising the time. Oh, and then misses the apex there as well. Come on, Sean. Needs to get on it a little bit more than he is. Just extracts that time out of that Jaguar. Jambu in the pits, comes out and he's got a comfortable second position over Cutler behind, and obviously he's got no chance of catching Purcell in first unless Purcell dies or something and doesn't continue till the end. Lap 18 of 20, we're not far away from the end now. Purcell in a race of his own up front. Joe's catching Sean yet again. And deja vu here, catching him through the same part of the track as well as he did last time. Nice and tidy for a good exit. That Jaguar gets good pull out of that last corner though. Starting the slipstream. Come on. Sean goes defensive as you would expect, trying to defend his position. So holds him off nicely yet again. It's complete deja vu from a couple of laps ago is this. Joe dropped back a little bit, but now he's caught back up. Challenging Sean again. Go on the outside. Side by side. Oh, Joe going a little bit close to the grass, giving plenty of room. Good driving, side by side through there. Not an easy corner to do it through. Plenty of respect shown and plenty of room given. Oh, nice move there from Sean. Dares to just hold it around the outside and go late on the brakes, and it pays off for him. Good driving. Joe winner. That's settled for 5th for the time being again. While Sean tries to fend him off. If Sean can keep it going for another lap after they've come over the line to start the last lap, then he's got 4th in the bag, but it's going to be a challenge for him by the look of it. We'll keep an eye on this, there's nothing else going on. Showing good defensive driving so far with Sean, already pulling over to the right hand side to make sure that he can defend that inside line into T1. if it comes to it, that is. He's already there, look. Forces Joe back up to the outside line, the normal racing line. Sean has to keep it tidy though, driving defensively like that. Oh, Joe's got a good run out of there. Gets side by side, up into fourth. Good move there from Joe, just got the momentum out of the exit of T1 and just made it work through the fast right-hander. Good driving. Joe winner on the last lap, going for it and making up that position. See if Sean can come back in. Sean will really want that fourth. He's had a third already tonight, so a third and a fourth would be really nice. Third and a fifth, not quite as good. Purcell finished now. Danzo's come over the line in sixth as well. He's already finished the race. So Purcell are a race winner, congratulations, finishing in first. Takes a race win off Jambu as well, which is always good. He's got the fastest lap as well as Purcell of a 1:44.118. So it looks like Joe's got a bit of a gap, pretty secure now, I dare say, so long as nothing drastic happens. Sean, two good results, but unfortunately there's not many people in this one, so it doesn't mean quite as much. But really good podium, really good third position in that first race from Sean. And a fifth this time round, Joe winner finishing in fourth. Sean in fifth, like I've just said, and Danzo in sixth. So that's pretty much that. That's the end of round 11 around Catalunya. Anyway, that's, like I said, that's it. So I'm going to pretty much leave it there. I'll go back into the lobby, say congratulations, and yeah, adios. Right, take care. See you again soon, and yeah, thanks for watching.